Good morning, everyone. It's Rick. It is January 16th, 2019. If you'd like to reach me because you're interested in receiving my paperwork, you can email me at rick0327 at me.com. Okay, so this is my first video of the new year. Over the weekend, I passed 10,000 subscribers, which is a pretty big deal, okay, for somebody like me who just started making videos documenting my journey dealing with child support. And my documentation included videos of myself in court. I was not embarrassed to show my paperwork on the, that I was submitting, okay, which, left me open to scrutiny. But I wasn't embarrassed. I was pretty confident in what I was doing. And then eventually I I was walking around for a week in my computer bag, my laptop bag. I had uh, an envelope from a judge, and he vacated the support order, and that hearing had four parts: the writ of quo warranto, parts 1, 2, 3, and 4, released in August of 2016. And you can watch me go talking to the judge, and you could see that I have experience in dealing with this. Okay, I have experience also. I'm a retired police officer, so it gives me experience with the law. I have to understand the law. Okay, if I don't understand the law back in the day and I falsely arrested somebody, I could be sued. Okay, so and also give you my background quickly. I'm a highly trained police officer. I did a lot of things. Okay, I used to teach in the police academy. I got a lot of certificates, college level certificates. I did go to college when I retired from the police department. I also became after 9/11, became an emergency service, which is a SWAT cop. So I've done a lot of things. I'm not afraid to do things and try things and put myself out there. So, me doing this channel also puts me in a position where I could be attacked. And I got attacked by that troll on Sunday. And what he did, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to mention his name because I have a lot of subscribers that don't know who he is because he's really insignificant. Okay? He wants people, he's putting up like a reward for anybody who got a dismissal from me, which I have gotten. I've gotten people's dismissals, and I've posted it on my channel. Okay, and of course, I got to block their names because they asked me to. Nobody wants their information put on the internet. Okay, but this guy started with me a couple of years ago. Right, same shit. He's 100% a troll. 100%. Okay. I had my doubts that he was one because he he started to do child support after me and him had words, and then I blocked him on my channel. And then, as a fu to me, thinking that he's gonna shut me down, he was gonna start doing child support. That's how arrogant this guy is. All right, he thought that he was just gonna shut my channel down, and then he started offering services to write up paperwork for people. By the way, this guy has never, that I'm aware of. By the way, I've never watched his video. I swear on my mother in heaven and on my children. that I've never watched a single video from this guy. Even the video this clown posted on Sunday, I watched less than 30 seconds of it. Okay? Because I can't defend myself. And what am I going to do? Is this clown rip me apart? I can't defend myself. So I defend myself this way. Troll. What is your credibility, troll? You want to shut me down. You want to take away people from me. And what a coincidence. You attacked me on the same weekend that I went over 10,000 subscribers. Okay? Then also, in the last month, I've posted some really good videos with really strong information about jurisdiction, about geographical jurisdiction, on how the federal child support enforcement, which, by the way, all child support is federal, it's interstate. That's why if you live in Mississippi and you had a baby in Missouri, Missouri is collecting child support through Mississippi. It's interstate commerce. Okay? And the definition of state, as I discussed in my video, is the District of Columbia, the Virgin Islands, Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, Guam, and American Samoa, not the 50 states. Okay? It's pretty significant information. So I'm kind of been on a roll lately. I'm a threat. I have a subscriber of mine named Raul. He was in the law library, and he was one day he was talking to a judge, and the judge was looking at my paperwork, and right away, a retired judge, I think he is, and wow, you reading this, you didn't state a claim. So then the next day he's in the law library, and this time he's speaking to an attorney. And by the way, he was in the law library over here in Queens, in the Queens County, the Supreme Court. They have a law library. And the attorney that he was talking to is looking at the same paperwork. He gave him the circumstances that he's going before a particular justice of the court. They call him justice of the court. And the attorney was like, "Oh, you talked to that guy. That guy's a BS artist. He's also very good friends with the judge you're going before." And then he was looking at my paperwork, and the lawyer knew who I was, and says, "Oh no, this is written very well." And he says, "All the justices, they all know who he is, and they can't stand him." Okay, so and Raul, you're probably watching this. Do me a favor, can you shoot me that email again? Because I cannot find it. I don't know where the hell it is. And by the way, I've gotten emails from people. Hey Rick, I was in court today. Somebody pulled me aside, told me to reach out to you. One of the employees of the court told him to reach out to me. So in other words, I am known in this world that we're in, child support. People know who I am because of my paperwork. The reactions that I get from the judges, one-line dismissals with no explanations, no clarification for dismissal, because they cannot clarify it, because they cannot justify dismissing it. So they just pull the bully. They just bully us by being judges and saying we're going to dismiss it and not going to give you a reason. Now, that's because lawfully they cannot justify dismissing the paperwork. The writ of habeas corpus. Writ of habeas corpus is the correct remedy for this, because the writ of habeas corpus is challenging any violation of your due process, okay, any restraint of your liberty. Well, a couple of 100 years ago, when they violated your due process, you ended up in a jail cell. Well, today it's different circumstances. You could be restrained by a void judgment called a support order written by a judge surrogate. Okay? And if everybody in the little circle of child support agency, an employer, a clerk, a court, a bank, they're all working in. If they're all working together, they can enforce this order. And then if you try and get the order vacated, and then you cannot get before a judge because they won't see you, you're in a tough situation. That's what happens. Okay? That's the reason why there's not that many dismissals, idiot. Post your dismissals, troll. That's the best way to shut me down. That's the best way to discredit me. Post your dismissals. You are a troll. One, and you showed everybody you were a troll. Getting back to that story real fast, I have a habit of doing that. I apologize. I start talking about one thing and I end up going somewhere else, and I apologize. I do that a lot. I can't help it. I had so much going on in my head. I'm not working off a script in front of me. And a couple of years ago, he started in with me. Then he thought he was going to take people away from me. I told you that before. And I guess, he wasn't getting any subscribers. So he did the old 2 weeks later, we're all on the same team. Rick does things his way, I do it, blah, blah, blah. So he extended an olive branch. I said, all right, whatever. I didn't really talk about it, but I chose to accept it, his version of an apology. And ever since then, I just assumed me and this clown was all right. You guys even heard me give this guy a shout out. Amen gives him a shout out. Amen told me he spoke to this guy on the phone a few times, and he says, Rick, this guy really digs you. He has a lot of respect for you. So, and I know Amen's not lying. And then at a left field Sunday night, he comes out with a video bashing me. He's a troll. Stay away from this troll. He is trying to steer people away from me because I'm getting good information out there. I have people now going to these child support hearings asking the right questions, making it difficult. Where in the past, they would just steamroll. They still steamroll people now, but we're still making it harder. We have people submitting paperwork now. Paperwork is documentation that we're asking the right questions. For the first time, we have people demanding a trial by jury. When did we lose that right? We have never lost it. Here's the thing, under the federal child support, okay, Executive Order 12953, and even in the federal manual, they deny you a trial by jury in paternity, for a paternity establishment. So they take that and then they say, well, you're not entitled to a trial by jury. But they don't tell you, well, it's really only for paternity. So that's what they do. So I did videos showing you guys that child support enforcement are for members of the uniformed services and for federal employees. Okay. Also, and there's federal employees in all 50 states, and there's also uniformed services in all 50 states. So, but it's only for those people, not for you and I. Okay, and that's what they do. They work off of those presumptions, and we're getting that information out there. Okay, and now this troll is attacking me, and I want to thank all of my subscribers, my friends, Dougie Moomey, Michelle Acosta, DR. One of my subs brought up a great point. And he's like, well, at least we know what Rick looks like. Rick puts himself out there. This guy is hiding behind, uh, his meme, this thing up here, something like this. We don't know who he is. Like I don't even know this guy's background. What gives you the right to start offering your services to people? Who are you? What do you do for a living? Are you a lawyer? And from what I understand in the video on Sunday, he was kind of talking about lawyers. I think he's a Quatlu troll. Okay, Quatlu is a message board for lawyers, people in the legal industry, and it's like a message board. And they make fun of us, people like me and Amen and It's Me, uh, other channels that are putting out information. That they'll what do they call us? They call us like sovereign citizen. And there are a lot of Quatlu trolls out there who have channels like this guy. Right now, you got the standard troll that's in in the comments section, causing cursing people out, and then you'll see like um, 50 to 100 replies. That's what they like. They try and get all of these replies by making these outrageous. They why don't you die, or you're a jerk, things like that. And so what does this guy do Sunday? He does the classic troll thing. And again, there are Quatlu trolls out there that have channels with, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 subscribers. And what they do is they put down people who are putting out good information. So let's look up let's see. What is a troll in internet trolling? A person who starts quarrels or upsets people on the internet, pay attention now, to distract and sow discord by posting inflammatory and digressive, extraneous, or off-topic messages in an online community, such as a news group, chat room, blog. Well, what online community are we? We are victims of child support. So he's trying to steer people away from me. And from what I understand, he also took a couple of jabs at Amen Osiris. So now think about this. Now, if Amen's, and Amen knows the guy's first name. He told me, I forgot his name. I don't know his name, but he told me. So, and then you got me. He must have heard that I've given him a shout out here. I've mentioned his name. I thought he was an all right guy. How do you do when you turn out of nowhere? How is a guy saying nice things about you, and out of nowhere you just attack me, unless you're a troll? And by the way, there's nobody out there that I'm aware of claiming that I ripped them off. I make it very clear when you get my paperwork. I make no guarantees. And here's the thing, I don't ask for a lot of money just for that reason. I don't ask for a lot of money, one, because I want to try and help people. Two, honestly, I know how hard it is to get a dismissal. So the worst case scenario, if they don't get what they want, any type of, happy ending, any type of anything, they're only out less than a couple $100. It's not a lot of money. It's not $2,000. Okay? It's not $750. Okay? Because you received a couple of pieces of paper with some, all kinds of case laws, put together, and you're sending it to a child support agency, and then you don't get a response. There's a lot of people out there that do that, offer paperwork that way. Okay? I don't, and getting back, I think he was charging like $28 or $38 for every affidavit he creates. Again, trying to undercut me. So he's a vicious guy. He came on my channel. That's not what Riddick. By the way, his introduction to me was in the comments section a couple of years ago, like a troll. I blocked him because I thought he's a troll. He's a troll. This guy is a troll. All of my people in the comments section, you guys there's several comments that say he's a troll. This guy's a troll. So you did real good for yourself, pal. You just, any type of credibility that you may have had, and you had some, by the way. You had credibility because I was shouting you out, and so was Ahmed. So you just did away with any credibility you had by coming after me. Okay? By coming after me. And because I am well liked, because I do the right thing. All right? Of course there are people that don't like. There's always going to be people that dislike me. But I only get like 3, 4, or 5 dislikes in my videos. Tops. Okay? Because I don't rip anybody off. People send me emails. Oh, wow, thanks for getting back to me so quickly. Because I respect people that send me a gift. I don't want them to think that I'm ripping them off. I really am genuinely trying to help people. I'm not taking your money and then disappearing on you. That you can't get in touch with me. Listen, after a while we take our due course. At a certain time, I'm going to be like, listen, dude, enough. I mean, after sending me 50, 60, 70 emails, we gotta take it easy, But this guy, you did yourself in bad. And but he had like the last time I checked, on Monday, he had like 600 views. He had 45 likes, and he had 28 dislikes. It's not good. It's not a good. It's not good. It's not a good margin. Okay, so you did really good, pal. It backfired on you. It backfired on you. And by the way, I've had a lot of people, as I said in the comments section, stick up for me. Thank you guys. It made me feel really, really, really good because obviously I was very angry. And I even, I wrote in the comments section, like, what's this all about? I was shocked, honestly. I was generally shocked because I don't talk bad about it. So how do you attack a guy that doesn't talk bad about you? Unless you're a troll. On the same weekend, I went over 10,000 subscribers. He's not a nice guy. And he didn't prove anything. A couple of my people emailed like, yo, Rick, I don't even know what this guy was trying to do. He calls you a fraud, and then he doesn't prove that you're a fraud. By the way, which is slander, by the way. He slanders me, takes my image, puts it in as a thumbnail, writes fraud across it. That's kind of, that's defamation. You're defaming my character. You're slandering me. Right? Is that not slander? It's slander. And I reached out to YouTube, and YouTube didn't want to do anything. It's another point that he might be a troll. Well, he is a troll. Not might be. You are a troll. I mean, again, you're a troll. So let's. How do you spot a real troll? If you consider yourself a troll, many people, blah, 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 blah. The deliberate act of making random unsolicited, right? That was unsolicited, attacking me, 100% unsolicited, controversial comments on various internet forums with the internet to provoke an emotional knee-jerk reaction. Okay, exactly. From unsuspecting readers to engage in a fight or argument. Troll. You are a troll. A person who starts quarrels or upsets people on the internet to distract and sound. I did that before. Or blah, 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 with the intent of provoking readers into displaying emotional responses or normalizing tangential discussion, whether the troll's amusement or specific gain. His gain was to try and get, one gain was to make me look bad, take away my credibility, and to try and make some money. He's a troll. So good job, troll. Okay? What you did was you proved to me and to others you're a troll, and you also proved to me I got great subscribers that come to my defense, and it made me feel really good. Okay, so and I haven't skipped the beat. I still have the same amount of people emailing me. I still have the same amount of people, sending me a gift for the paperwork. Hasn't affected me, but I had to address it. I just can't let it sit there, unchallenged. So I'm going to react. I made my point. Uh, do me a favor, guys. I don't need to hear any more from this guy. If you are true friends of mine, unsubscribe from this guy. He's a troll. Okay? You're not going to get anything from this guy. He has no credibility. I don't know what he does for a living. Again, what gives him the right to charge people money to put together papers? I doubt. I never heard anything. Here's another thing. Like, being that I don't really, I don't keep tabs on this guy, so I never really asked the question like, "Hey, dude, were you ever on child support? Did you get yourself off child support?" So these are questions need to be asked. Were you ever on child support? When did you get yourself off child support? How many years were you paying child support? How many children do you have? How much were you paying monthly? And how many people have you gotten off child support? How many dismissals have you gotten? I just got another guy's driver's license back. I got the email yesterday or the day before. And when I find it, I don't know what's going on lately. I look at these emails and I don't save them and I can't find them again. I got to understand I get a lot of emails, so sometimes it's hard for me to find them once not to sound like callous, but back when I first started, whenever I got like a victory of any kind, I would run to the computer, tell everybody, "Hey, look." Now, because I've gotten about easily a dozen people their driver's license back. Easily over a dozen people, I got their credit, child support taken off their credit, and I've gotten easily over a dozen people who their employer is not garnishing their check anymore, and I got a handful of people with dismissals. Okay. And, why would somebody send you their personal information? You would, a guy like you anyway, you would come up with some bullshit excuse to not pay them anyway. Okay? Because you do not come across like you come across like a baby. You really come across as a baby, as a spoiled little baby. Okay? If that image is you, you look, like a David Bowie wannabe, with your, I don't know what the hell that even means, if I was to do mine over again, I would definitely have a different name for my channel other than Rick W. But what the hell does yours even mean? It doesn't matter. You're a troll. All right. So listen, I rambled on. I hope I've proved to you guys that he's a real troll. He's probably a Quatlu troll. Look up Quatlu troll. They work for lawyers. And by the way, I understand he was talking up lawyers a little bit. Lawyers are our biggest enemy, guys, besides child support. In our world, our country, the United States, has more lawyers than the whole world combined. They are our greatest enemies. Yours, mine, and our children. Our greatest enemies are these lawyers, because a lot of them become politicians. We are a litigious society. There's a guy on the internet, on YouTube. He's deceased now. He was unbelievable. This guy, the knowledge this man had. He had knowledge for everything. He was also a practicing attorney, but he never went to law school. His name is Eustace Mullins. Eustace Mullins. Mullins. And he explains what, and I'll end the video. And I got, I may have mentioned this stuff in my videos, that law school 150, over 100 years ago was basically 1 year. You studied one book and you studied the Bible. And then what happened was, in the beginning of the 1900s, a lot of Europeans migrated to this country. And when they came here, they brought their method of law, which is Talmudic law, okay, which is adversarial law, and is meant to be adversarial because it causes people to fight. And when you have an attorney charging by the hour, you're going to make more money. Okay? Talmudic law. And what I should do is I'll put the link in the video if anybody's still here at 31 minutes. All right, listen, I've gone on long enough. I'm just defending myself, also pointing out what this guy is. Thank you to everybody that stuck by me. Thank you for everybody that defended me. And thank you for everybody who's a Rick W. subscriber. 10,000 strong. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day.